In the shadows of history, there lies a tapestry woven with threads of faith, power, and secrecy. Welcome to a journey that delves deep into the heart of forbidden and hidden biblical texts, the dangerous narratives that the Church has often kept in the dark. As we embark on this exploration, we will uncover the historical context that shaped the early Church's stance on Scripture, revealing how the very foundations of Christianity were influenced by political power, heretical movements, and the quest for control over spiritual narratives. Imagine the early Church, a vibrant community of believers grappling with the essence of faith. The question of what constituted sacred Scripture was not merely a theological debate. It was a matter of survival. The Council of Nicaea, convened in 395 AD, stands as a pivotal moment in this narrative. Here, bishops gathered to determine which texts would be deemed canonical, shaping the Bible as we know it today. But what criteria guided their decisions? Was it divine inspiration, or were political agendas at play? As we peel back the layers, we find that the influence of emperors and the desire for unity often overshadowed spiritual authenticity. The impact of heretical movements cannot be overlooked. Groups like the Gnostics challenged the established norms, presenting alternative interpretations of Jesus' teachings. Their texts, often labeled as heretical, were seen as threats to the Church's authority. But what if these so-called heresies held truths that could enrich our understanding of faith? As we navigate this complex landscape, we must ask ourselves, what does it mean to label a text as forbidden? Let's define what we mean by forbidden texts. These are writings that, for various reasons, have been excluded from the biblical canon. They possess unique characteristics, often presenting radical ideas or alternative narratives that diverge from orthodox beliefs. Among these, we find apocryphal texts, which are works that were never included in the Bible, and pseudepigraphal texts, which falsely attribute authorship to biblical figures. The Gospel of Thomas, for instance, is a fascinating example of a text that has been shrouded in mystery and controversy. Discovered in 1945 among the Nag Hammadi Library in Egypt, the Gospel of Thomas presents a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which focus on narrative and events, this text emphasizes personal revelation and inner knowledge. Its teachings challenge traditional Christian beliefs, inviting us to ponder. Could the path to understanding God lie within ourselves rather than through established doctrine? As we turn our gaze to the Book of Enoch, we encounter an ancient perspective that has captivated scholars and theologians alike. This text, revered in Jewish tradition, offers profound insights into angels, the afterlife, and divine judgment. Its exclusion from the biblical canon raises questions about the criteria used to determine what is sacred. Why was a text so rich in theological depth deemed unworthy? Next, we explore the Shepherd of Hermas, a visionary text that once held a place of significance in early Christian communities. Its allegorical messages and moral teachings resonated with believers, yet it ultimately faced exclusion from the canon. What does this tell us about the evolving nature of faith and the shifting sands of belief? The rise of Gnosticism further complicates our understanding of forbidden texts. Characterized by its emphasis on secret knowledge and personal experience, Gnosticism produced a wealth of writings, including the Gospel of Mary. The Church's response to these texts was swift and severe, branding them as heretical. But what if Gnostic teachings offered a different lens through which to view salvation and knowledge. As we journey through history, we cannot ignore the seismic shifts brought about by the Protestant Reformation. This movement challenged the established canon, with figures like Martin Luther questioning the authority of the Church and advocating for a return to Scripture. The emergence of new translations opened the door to hidden texts, inviting believers to engage with diverse theological perspectives. How did this transformation shape our understanding of faith today? Modern discoveries, such as the Nag Hammadi Library, have unveiled lost texts that challenge our perceptions of biblical scholarship. Archaeological findings continue to reshape our understanding of early Christianity, prompting ongoing debates about the authenticity and relevance of these texts. What do these discoveries reveal about the complexities of faith and the human search for truth? As we reflect on the theological implications of forbidden texts, we find ourselves at a crossroads. These writings challenge traditional doctrines, inviting us to reconsider concepts of authority, revelation, and interpretation. Could engaging with these texts lead to new understandings of faith and spirituality? What does it mean to seek truth in a world filled with mystery? In our personal journeys, the exploration of forbidden texts can be transformative. They encourage us to question, to seek knowledge, and to embrace diverse perspectives. Throughout history, individuals and communities have grappled with these texts, often finding themselves at odds with established beliefs. How can we learn from their struggles and insights? As we draw our exploration to a close, we are left with the enduring mysteries surrounding forbidden texts. The relationship between faith, knowledge, and mystery is a delicate dance, one that invites us to engage in continued exploration and dialogue within our faith communities. Understanding the history and context of biblical interpretation is crucial as we navigate our spiritual journeys. In the end, the question remains: what truths lie hidden within the pages of these forbidden texts? As we seek to uncover the mysteries of our faith, let us embrace the journey with open hearts and minds, ready to explore the depths of divine revelation. The adventure is just beginning.